this is why I feel so strongly that just everyone honestly needs to understand what's happening in and under their little roof. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, KT, and this is Simple Living with KT, the place where we talk about the issues facing our lives in a simple and mindful way. This video will be kind of different. I almost think of it as an opinion piece. So let me just say, recently the YouTube algorithm has been showing me videos about people getting divorced. Many of them are younger women, and there is one little thread that I see across these individual videos that really interests me, and I would love to hear what you have to think about it. That thing is how finances were intertwined in that relationship. Now, let me say, in general, these women are not saying that finances are the reason for the divorce. Actually, a lot of them are infidelity, but I mentioned finances because of the state the woman was left in after the divorce. And I know when you're, let's say, scrolling through Reddit or YouTube for that matter, there's a lot of, let's say, talk or advocacy for, in my opinion, for men now when it comes to divorce and how it affects them financially. And I believe that is true, but I also believe that it is different for women. And so when people talk about men, they talk about how, for a very long time, perhaps for the rest of their lives, they have to give payment to the woman for child support or for alimony, and how that affects them. And for women, it is a completely different battle. For example, many of them might not have the skills for the workforce that they were doing perhaps before they got married or before they had children, and so their earning potential is significantly lower. Or honestly, some may not even have skills like period, full stop. Or a big thing is understanding their personal finances and how they actually need to make all that work. Or even understanding what the finance situation was when they were married. And those are things that, so first and foremost, if you're in some type of relationship, my personal opinion, even if one person takes the reins for the majority of the issues, I think both people need to at least understand what the heck is going on. For example, with my husband and I, there are certain things that he takes care of and certain things that I take care of. So for example, he has all the account information for paying for bills. And for the most part here, I really love diving into our budget and setting that budget. Let me tell you something. If he went to the store and our card bounced, or if he looked at the budget, because it's online, we both have access to it, we both view it pretty regularly, if he saw something was amiss, he absolutely would say something. So the idea that there are women who may not even know what's in the bank account, when things need to get paid, how much things around the house like electricity or groceries or things like that, what it actually costs, that's a huge disconnect for people in a relationship, and it's a real big disadvantage for those women. And for me, it just hurts to hear it, because then there's also people who are raising families, and if you yourself have no idea what the heck is going on in the finances, then who's going to teach your children? Because I'll tell you one thing, I really did not learn that type of stuff in school. And I also believe that, just ability to know about the finances adds to a degree of just accountability, respect, self-sufficiency. And I know I'm talking about people who are in a relationship, and so, you know, there is, I want to say, a healthy level of dependency where you're both leaning on each other to build something stronger. But clearly, let's just say, once again, I hear it too often, that's not what's happening. I'm someone who definitely leans on the it takes a village to raise a child mentality. But let's say there is no village, you know, there's just you. You need to know what it financially takes to do it in case you might need to go somewhere else, because there's the chance that, you know, you have the courage to leave, but you need to be able to do something when you're gone. Or there's also the chance that he may leave. And in those situations, once again, you need to be able to know what to do when he's gone. And clearly that's all under the umbrella of me seeing these videos about women getting divorced and clearly it getting to me. But there's also another practical aspect to this, which YouTube might start recommending these videos to me now, but there's also, unfortunately, likely, and no, I can't say likely, but it's also a possibility that instead of, you know, a couple getting divorced, the husband passes away. And that's something, of course, no one wants to think about, but it is possible. And unfortunately, I also know too many stories where that has happened, and before the woman realized that the house bill didn't get paid automatically and the, you know, lawn didn't take care of itself, before she realized that, it was a ton of money lost just because the husband passed away. She had no idea what was involved with the upkeep of the home that she was living in, and it was just adding more trauma to an already traumatic situation. And I would just love to hear, you know, from you all. Have you been shown these videos yourself? What did you think about them? What have been your takeaways? Because it just gets me thinking, and I want more people to be an advocate for finances in their home. I want people to work together. I want people to, and once again, not everyone needs to spearhead all the finance talk and be in charge of the budget or something. I just mean, like, on average, know how much the water bill costs. Like, generally know when the bills are due, because being completely just, let's say, lackadaisical about it because it's getting paid isn't working. It's not, and it's not going to work, in my humble opinion. That is what I wanted to share. I know this was a little bit on the long side, but certainly I always just want to share my thoughts here on this channel. And of course, if you like this video, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel to hear from me again. And I will see you in another video. Bye for now.